Club. They're fools, knaves, misguided zealots representing a fringe of our society. Who are these awful people? Well, they're the ones that think that President Obama's nuclear deal is a mistake. But actually, there's some who could stop Congress from passing it. And they're not Republicans. They are Democrats. And now a former Democratic senator and vice presidential candidate, Joe Lieberman, is also working to stop the deal with Iran.
Congress is set to vote on the agreement next month, and both sides know the stakes are extremely high. Heather Sells has the story.
The president and his family have left the White House for a vacation in Martha's Vineyard, and lawmakers have emptied out the Capitol for their annual congressional recess. But the debate over the new Iran nuclear deal is red hot. One of the biggest critics is Senator Chuck Schumer, who's poised to become the leading Democrat in the Senate. He is calling for a new deal with Iran.
I think given the many holes in this agreement, it's worth the chance to do it. It'll be hard.
Two leading Jewish Democrats in the House, Representatives Eliot Engel and Nita Lowey, have also announced their opposition. At least publicly, the White House remains undaunted.
We've got a strong case to make in terms of persuading members of Congress and the American public that this is, in fact, the best approach.
The White House has acknowledged that Congress will likely pass legislation to strike down the deal. The real battle then will come later after the president vetoes it. The question will then be whether Congress can gather enough votes to override the president's veto. Opponents of the deal have scored a coup. A former Democratic candidate for vice president, former Connecticut Senator Joe Lieberman, will become the chairman of a nonprofit group that opposes the deal. One of the biggest concerns right now, the agreement does not permanently cut off Iran's path to a nuclear weapon. Even the president has acknowledged that when the agreement expires in 15 years, it would only take Tehran a matter of months to acquire the materials needed to build a bomb. And Republicans also want to see the texts of the so-called secret side deals that are part of the agreement. In the end, says Schumer, there can be no arm twisting on such a decision. He says his was very personal.
But this is not going to be one of those things where you can force anybody to vote. It's a decision of conscience.
And in the weeks ahead, other Democrats will be coming under heavy pressure from both sides to either approve or disapprove the highly controversial deal. Heather Sells, CBN News.
It's a terrible mistake, ladies and gentlemen. You wonder what is going on with the president. It's almost like he's got to cozy up to these dictators. He has to make peace with the Iranians and with the Venezuelans and with the Cubans and all those people who hate America. What is it? Well, I think that I congratulate Joe Lieberman, who's a terrific guy, and Chuck Schumer for the bold stand they're taking. But they'll lead the way because, you know, being Jewish, that people say, well, you're in favor of Israel. So we need a few non-Jewish Democrats to come forward and say, well, we're against it too.